What if the Silk Road never declined? Imagine if the world's greatest trade route never disappeared. What if East and West stayed connected for centuries? Could our world be hundreds of years ahead? Let's rewrite history. Ancient scrolls unfold across parchment, showing maps stretching from China to Europe for nearly 1500 years. Astronomers study stars while mathematicians sketch equations using flowing ink. Science crossed continents. A physician shares medical texts with scholars from distant lands. Medicine evolved through shared discoveries. A giant map gradually fills with colorful trade routes branching like glowing rivers. The Silk Road became humanity's first global network. Bustling Samarkand appears with vibrant markets, domes, and traders from dozens of cultures. Cities flourished because of it. Europe became fascinated with the East. The camera follows a bolt of silk passing through dozens of painted hands across continents. One piece of silk could travel thousands of kilometers. Time-lapse watercolor animation shows centuries passing while caravans continuously moved. Then everything changed. Dark brush strokes spread across the map like storm clouds. Wars disrupted trade. Painted ships leave European ports toward the oceans. Sea roads became faster. The once glowing Silk Road begins fading into cracked parchment. The Silk Road slowly declined. Imagine it never declined. Caravans become larger than ever, stretching beyond the horizon. Trade keeps growing. Massive markets bustle with merchants from Africa, Europe, and Asia speaking together. Every civilization becomes more connected. Thousands of colorful scrolls flow through the air like birds between great libraries. Ideas spread faster than ever. Chinese inventors demonstrate printing, compasses, and advanced engineering to visiting scholars. New inventions travel west. European craftsmen improve those inventions inside magnificent workshops. Others improve them. The improved inventions continue east through beautifully animated brush transitions and send them back. The Silk Road glows like a living river of light across Eurasia. Innovation never stops. Ancient universities grow larger with towering painted libraries. Universities multiply. Scientists from dozens of cultures work together beneath enormous celestial maps. Knowledge becomes truly global. A painted clock rapidly spins as centuries pass. Cities become larger without losing their historic beauty. The world advances faster. The camera flies across one uninterrupted trade route stretching from China to Europe. East and West grow closer than ever. The parchment slowly darkens. A mysterious new ocean route begins glowing beside the Silk Road. But one question remains. Split screen. On one side, the Silk Road shines brilliantly. On the other, fleets of European sailing ships head into the Atlantic. The screen fades to black. If trade by land never declined, would Europeans still race to discover new sea routes? What if the Silk Road never declined? The split screen slowly merges into one enormous parchment map. The glowing Silk Road pulses with golden light while European ships pause at the edge of the Atlantic as if history itself is hesitating. Gentle brush strokes ripple across the oceans. The answer might surprise you. Inside a beautifully painted royal court, European kings examine overflowing treasure chests filled with silk, porcelain, spices, and jade arriving through land trade. If luxury goods kept arriving over land, royal advisors point toward the glowing Silk Road instead of the open ocean. The Atlantic fades into muted gray, while Eurasia shines in vibrant gold. The urgency to find a sea route becomes much smaller. Christopher Columbus studies a hand-painted globe inside a candle-lit room. The Atlantic Ocean slowly fades beneath flowing watercolor paint. Would Columbus still sail west? Columbus rolls up his maps. Behind him, prosperous trade caravans continue crossing Asia beneath golden skies. Maybe, or maybe not. The camera sweeps along an endless caravan carrying goods through Persia, Central Asia, and China. Every civilization contributes new colors to the flowing brushstrokes because business is already booming. Magnificent painted cities appear one after another. Xi'an, Samarkand, Baghdad, Constantinople, and Venice, connected by glowing ribbons of gold. The greatest cities on earth lie along one road. Libraries rise like towering watercolor cathedrals. Scholars from dozens of cultures exchange scrolls beneath floating lanterns. Knowledge travels faster than ever. Ancient astronomical observatories overlook desert landscapes. Giant painted star maps rotate above curious scholars. Astronomy advances. Engineers sketch bridges, gears, canals, and machines across enormous parchment blueprints. Engineering evolves together. Doctors perform surgery while referencing beautifully illustrated medical manuscripts gathered from China, India, Persia, and Europe. Medicine improves across continents. A vibrant market filled with merchants speaking many languages. Bright brushstrokes blend cultures instead of separating them. Trade doesn't just move goods. Painted words written in Arabic, Chinese, Latin, Sanskrit, and Persian swirl together before transforming into a glowing globe. It moves ideas. The globe rotates while glowing trade routes pulse like veins across Eurasia, and ideas change civilizations. The timeline rapidly accelerates. Cities expand with elegant architecture while remaining connected through flourishing caravan routes. Century after century, the network grows stronger. A peaceful panorama stretches from Europe to China without interruption. Mountains, rivers, deserts, and cities blend together through watercolor transitions. An entire continent becomes economically connected. A giant painted compass appears above Eurasia. Instead of pointing west, every direction converges on Central Asia. The center of the world moves inland. Massive trading capitals glow brilliantly at night. Thousands of lanterns illuminate bustling streets alive with travelers. Cities like Samarkand become global superpowers. The camera circles magnificent universities surrounded by observatories, workshops, gardens, and libraries. Their universities attract the world's greatest minds. Inventors demonstrate clocks, water pumps, advanced navigation tools, and early mechanical devices. Innovation accelerates. Brush painted gears begin turning beneath the parchment, symbolizing technological progress spreading outward. Every discovery inspires another. The camera races along glowing roads illuminated like rivers of molten gold. Prosperity spreads mile after mile. European ports remain active but noticeably smaller than the thriving inland trade hubs. Sea trade still matters. Merchant ships sail peacefully while giant caravans dominate the global economy. But land remains king. A painted globe slowly transforms into a web of glowing connections linking every civilization. The world becomes more connected than ever. The golden trade network pulses brighter until the entire continent glows. But success creates new challenges. The camera reveals crowded roads stretching beyond the horizon. Thousands of caravans compete for space beneath dramatic skies. Can one road handle the entire world? Powerful empires gather around an enormous painted map, debating control of the trade routes. Everyone wants control. Brush strokes darken as rival banners appear across the map. The glowing road flickers beneath growing political tension, because whoever controls the Silk Road controls global wealth. Painted armies stand at opposite ends of a magnificent bridge crossing the Silk Road. The sky darkens with approaching storms. Peace becomes harder to protect. A single merchant caravan cautiously passes between rival kingdoms as anxious faces watch from both sides. One conflict could change everything. The glowing road begins flickering between brilliant gold and deep crimson. The parchment trembles slightly as tension builds. The future now depends on cooperation. The camera rapidly zooms out from Eurasia into space. The glowing Silk Road becomes a golden thread wrapping around the Earth. The screen fades to black, but what happens when the Industrial Revolution begins? Like, what if the Silk Road never declined? The screen fades in from black. The glowing Silk Road transforms into streams of golden energy flowing across Eurasia. Small gears begin emerging from the paint as factories slowly appear beside ancient caravan routes. Now imagine, the Industrial Revolution begins. Watercolor factories rise beside ancient cities instead of replacing them. Steam drifts through painted skylines while camel caravans pass alongside early railways. But this time, it doesn't belong to one nation. Scientists from China, Persia, India, and Europe gather around a giant mechanical engine, exchanging blueprints painted with flowing ink. Innovation becomes international. Ancient libraries transform into modern research academies while preserving their historic architecture. Shelves of scrolls merge into books and scientific instruments. Ideas spread almost instantly. A breathtaking panoramic shot follows railways painted in shimmering gold stretching beside the historic Silk Road from China to Europe. The camera follows a single invention, a steam engine blueprint, as it travels through dozens of countries, changing slightly with each stop. Every discovery improves along the journey. The globe rotates. Instead of one dominant empire, several prosperous civilizations glow equally bright. Power becomes more balanced. Busy trading capitals across Asia and Europe shine with magnificent architecture connected by glowing transportation networks. No single region controls everything. Painters, musicians, scientists, and architects collaborate inside one enormous international academy filled with colorful brushstrokes. Creativity flourishes. The Earth slowly rotates beneath glowing trade networks that resemble veins carrying light across continents. The world feels smaller. The camera zooms into classrooms where children study maps showing one uninterrupted Silk Road connecting civilizations. Generations grow up thinking globally. A painted newspaper headline appears: New trade agreement signed across Eurasia. Fresh ink spreads dramatically across the page. Trade replaces many conflicts. Diplomats gather beneath enormous painted domes, shaking hands while glowing trade routes connect their nations. Because war is expensive. Challenges still exist. Merchants carefully repair broken bridges while engineers rebuild roads together. Yet every crisis strengthens cooperation. Golden paint repairs the damaged trade routes until they shine brighter than before. Because everyone depends on the same network. The camera pulls high above Eurasia. The Silk Road glows brighter than city lights themselves. A single road changed civilization. The globe gradually fades into an ancient scroll resting on a wooden table illuminated by candlelight, all because one trade route never disappeared. The scroll slowly rolls shut while golden paint sparkles around its edges. One decision echoed across centuries. The camera pulls back into space. The glowing Silk Road becomes a ribbon of light wrapping around Earth before dissolving into stars. History isn't shaped only by wars. The stars transform into flowing golden ink on parchment. The title, What If, appears in elegant brush strokes, followed by subtle silhouettes of camel caravans crossing the horizon at sunset. Sometimes it's shaped by the roads that connect us. So here's the question. If the Silk Road had never declined, would humanity be more united today? Or would new rivalries simply replace the old ones? Tell us what you think in the comments and subscribe for more alternate history stories where one moment changes the entire world.